welcome back to my channel. So today, as you guys can see by the title, I am going to do a video on the business side of being a content creator. I decided to do this video, and if you watched my last video, I told you guys that I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different type of content and kind of shift it a little bit. Everything is still going to be fashion, but the primary of this channel not only is fashion but beauty, and also being a business, a plus size woman who is also about her business. That is what I pride myself on, and as I told you guys in the last video, if you have not watched, go ahead. But I'm taking a little a shift, and I want to make sure that I am embodying everything of who I am onto this channel, and who I am is part of business. I did go to school and I got a degree. I got a bachelor's degree in business management. So it's very important for me to also inform you guys of that information, and not necessarily that I went to school for business, but inform you the business side and what I had to go through and currently is going through in order for me to be a legit content creator, as my brand is Mone's Curvy Closet. That is my brand, that is my LLC. I take this very serious. And so, I wanted to give you guys a few tips and information as to what I did to start having an LLC and a business, and what you guys may have to do and look forward to doing. Now, disclaimer, okay, if my makeup look kind of weird, if again you guys watched the last video, then you have seen me do this look, and it is still looking like pretty much like dead in the eyes for me. I think it's the pink underneath my eyes, I don't know, but whatever, we're just gonna roll with it, okay? So anyway, let's start with, I had a organization. I made a video of that on this channel before, about a year or so ago, so check that out. But I used to have a plus size organization back in Chicago, Illinois. It was called the House of Barbs, and we were a registered or non-for-profit organization. And so that was really my first time really registering a business or an organization with the state, and really understanding what all that meant. So prior to me doing this for Mone's Curvy Closet, I kind of knew the steps to take in order to be legit with the state of Texas, right? I'm sure you guys have seen other people do, small short videos or reels or whatever of the certain things that you need to start a business or start an LLC. But I'm gonna kind of go into those ideas or things that you need a little bit more in depth, not too much. You just pretty much gonna have to do a lot of research on your own, as I did. But I'm gonna try to, give you just a little bit more information rather than just the bullet points that a lot of people will show you or whatever. Okay, so the first thing, which I'm pretty sure you guys have seen, is that you need an LLC. Now, this, first and foremost, this is for those who are serious about being a content creator or having your own business. Whatever your business may be of, if it's beauty, if it's hair, if it's makeup, whatever it is, if you want to be taken serious and you want to be looked at as a professional, these are things that you are going to have to do so that people can take you serious. One of those things is creating a LLC. That is a limited liability corporation. My brand now as an LLC. So when I moved here to Texas, I moved here July of 2020, that's 2 years ago. And at the time I was Mone the mogul. And I'm like, man, I really want to revamp everything. Everything was a new fresh start, move to a new state, all that good stuff. And so I was like, I want to kind of revamp my brand. I want to revamp my platform. And at that time, I was not an LLC at all. It was just me getting my feet wet. And it was still freshly new, I guess, because I really decided to become a YouTuber and content creator back in April of 2020. So then when I moved here in July of 2020, things were still new. But I was like, you know what? I really, really want to do this. This is a passion of mine. I really got to take the steps that's needed for me to really push my brand out there. I don't want to be just a brand. I want to be a business, right? So I started looking on the state of Texas, started looking up, which is what you would do. You would go to your whatever state that you're in, go into the Secretary of State, and you pretty much will search registration of an LLC or registration of a business, something like that, those kind of words. And it'll direct you and guide you on that website to find out what you exactly need to do or where you need to go. But pretty much you will fill out a bunch of paperwork. It's not a lot of paperwork, but you pretty much will fill out a lot of paperwork. Well, how can I say it's not a lot, but then say it's a lot? It's paperwork, girl, okay? You fill it out and it'll ask you, you know, your address, your name. I remember on my House of Barbs, you had to have an officer. So like you had to have certain officers or whatever that they consider that's pretty much also kind of responsible for your organization as well in case anything may happen to you. I'm not sure if they did that for the LLC. I don't know. I can't remember. But you can put a family member. You can put, if you have a spouse or whatever, you know, someone who you trust, you can put that down as well. But also, you're gonna fill out some information about yourself, and I think they may ask you past history, things like that. It's not a lot, and it's not things that you have to dig up paperwork to fill out. You don't have to dig up like old, you know, I don't know. It's just stuff that you should already have access to information to just jot down in the computer. You will have to pay a fee. I paid $308. Now, one thing I will say is, one, you do have to obviously register your name. So whatever name that you want to come up with, it will let you know if that name is available in that state. What I will say is, when I registered my name, I was hoping and praying, oh my God, I was hoping and praying that Mone's Curvy Closet was not taken in the state of Illinois. It will search if there are certain names taken in the state, not in the whole world. So there are some businesses that have the same name. It may have different spelling or whatever, but they're in two different states. It's going to, like, let's say I put in Mone, it'll start bringing up all the Mones in Illinois. I'm sorry, in Texas. And I was just, oh my God. Oh, I was just so great. And it really comes down to the specific, the way you write it, how you spell it. Like, it could be a Mone's Curvy Closet, that's it. Or it could be a Mone's Curvy Closet LLC. Like, it could be in Mone's Curvy Closet, but then I put Mone's Curvy Closet LLC. So I can use the LLC and somebody else can have Mone's Curvy Closet, right, in the state of Texas. So which is good because it's not too, how can I say, like, you know how Instagram, like, you really cannot use the same handles. It has to be different than the next person. With this, it can be very similar because maybe that name is really important to you and somebody else used it, but you still want to use it, right? And so for me, I was like, I really want to use Mone's Curvy Closet. Those 3 words really explained me. Mone, my name is Simone, okay? Mone is a nickname for me. Closet, this is about fashion. This is about what's in my closet. I'm sorry, I don't even know my own name. Mone's Curvy. I would say I'm a curvy girl, you know, so that's self-explanatory. And then closet, it's about my fashion, what's in my closet, what I like to wear, how I like to put things together. It was perfect for me. And so I really was hoping that that name was available, and it was. So my official name is Mone's Curvy Closet LLC. That's my official name. The thing also that I want to say is, once you fill out, it's an application and you pay for it, it may be not guaranteed that the application will be approved. So it sucks, and I don't think that money is refundable. So that was another thing I remember praying, like, oh my God, I hope this is approved because I would have wasted $308. So that's another thing. So just make sure you fill that form out to the best of your ability. Make sure you fill it out right. Make sure ain't nothing going on in your background, because it's a possibility that you may not be approved and that money is not refundable. At least that's what I read on there. I don't know, but I was really like, because I was gonna be crushed. $300 for nothing just to fill out a piece of paper? What? Make sure you get your LLC, and then also with your LLC, once you are approved, you do get an EIN number. Now, the EIN number is very, very important. An EIN number is pretty much like a social security number for an LLC. And a lot of people, which I have seen also on social media, they do tell you that you can use your LLC for a lot of things. You can put a lot of things within your LLC. I've heard people say, I've never tried any of these things, but it's very interesting. I've heard people say that they have bought a car within their LLC. They have rented a home in their LLC. They have put a lot of different things within their LLC name, because, and depending on how you fill out the forms and what you're really going for, because it's limited liability, there's a partnership, something, there's different kinds. So you have to really, I encourage you to really look through each definition of what kind of business you want to be. A lot of people do LLC, and I know for me, I did LLC because it is separate from me and my personal income and my belongings. So if anything happens, God forbid, anything happens against Mone's Curvy Closet, it's not going to affect my assets, my money, my income. It's separate, and it's, you know, anything happens, the LLC will be affected more than my personal belongings, my money, my accounts, anything like that. And so that's why also a lot of people, you know, look at it as putting cars and apartments and things like that. Business purposes now. Some people may do it for personal, I don't know. But let's say you travel and you go out of town or whatever, and you want to have a business card because you are using your business. Let's say you do catering, right? And you're traveling back and forth to people's homes or whatever and doing different catering. You can get a car in your LLC, and you can apply that to your taxes or whatever, how you do it, because you use it for business, you know. There's also a separate filing of taxes, and you just got to read into all of that. But you do file your taxes separately. I do TurboTax, and I am able to file my taxes. I can file my business along with my personal taxes, meaning not together, but I can do it within one on TurboTax, if that kind of makes sense. So I'm not filing my, it's weird. If you do TurboTax, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I don't link the two together. But listen, you can just do both, okay? Because the more I keep talking about it, it's going to get confusing. But just know that you are able to, okay, earring, really? But you can do a lot separately with your LLC that doesn't affect you as a person, as what you privately or personally have going on. It's not going to affect your personal things. I just highly encourage you to really read the definition of these type of businesses and what you think is best fitting for you. Second thing that you need to have, a business account and a business debit card. Always make sure that you keep your funds separate for, of course, tax purposes. Get you a business account. That is why you need that EIN number, because you will take that number and apply it to your business account. And it's just like any other regular account. I have a business account and a personal account through Chase. So it's completely separate. They give you a debit, just like any other, you know, bank or whatever. They give you a debit card, and you pretty much use that for business purposes. I'm not gonna tell you how to use your stuff, girl. But I know for me, I make sure that anything that I decide to use, withdraw, or make a purchase of is solely for my business. So when it comes down to having to buy these clothes for my channel and things like that, I just use that particular account, because when it does come down to me filing taxes, they can see my ins and outs and things of that nature. And there's another way that I track my income and my receipts, which I'll tell you guys a little bit later as well. But yes, get you a business account and get you a debit card and just use it for your business. If you want to use it for other things or whatever, then that's on you. But I would recommend to just use it for that, so that the IRS can see this is what this is account for, and this is what it's been being used for. Okay, number 3, you want to also have a business PayPal account. The reason why I say that is because when I am doing these collaborations with these different brands, and they're sending me things to promote or whatever have you, and we do a collaboration, I am able to receive a certain percentage with that brand. Whenever you guys use a code or anything like that, I make a certain percentage. And so a lot of times as well, these brands will ask you for your PayPal account information to deposit that money into your account, you know, that you earned. So I am a person who is not comfortable with people dipping in and out of my personal bank accounts, okay? I barely like to do auto pay, you know, to be honest. But obviously, you know, there's a lot of companies or a lot of things that require auto pay, so you can't really, you know, work around it. So if it's necessary, I will do auto pay, but if not, I don't want you putting your hand in my account for nothing, right? So if I can, I will find another way for you to deposit money to me. And so I use my business PayPal account for those brands to distribute the money that I earn, the commission that I earn off of people using my code on these brands and things like that, and items that I promote. And so it just keeps it separate. And also that is another way that you can show when it comes down to taxes. You can also show those funds and things that you have been spending throughout that year on your business. It's always good to separate. You don't want your personal, you've been buying McDonald's and buying Nikes and on this account, and then you got that mixed in with you buying clothes and stuff, which you don't want all that mixed up. So make sure you just have those things separate. I'm telling you, when it comes down to tax time, it's very important. And it's easier. It's easier to, like, okay, boom, here you go. Here's my information. Here's all my things I spent or accumulated within the year. Boom, right? You don't got to sort through a lot of different stuff. So get you, and you also can get a business debit card with that as well. I have that too. Oh, and one more thing, a good way also, well, not a good way, but a good tip also is when it comes down to creating invoices for these brands that you decide to do brand deals with, or whatever the case may be, you can create an invoice within PayPal. So that's a great thing too. You can just go to PayPal, create an invoice, and it's all tracked. It's all tracked, you know, it's documented, it's there for your files, and you know, so it's a great tool. I recommend getting it. Okay, step 5. I believe this is step 5. Get a business page, okay? Separate from your personal page. So for instance, on Instagram, I have 3 Instagram pages. No, they're not spy pages or anything like that. That was so high school. Have a creator page. Instagram, I have 2 that I utilize. It's my Mone's Curvy Closet, and then it's my At the Greenwich Family vlog channel page for my kids and stuff like that. So make sure you have a creative business page so that when people want to look you up and see you and see what you do and visually see what you're doing, you have a page for that. You don't want to mix, pretty much with anything of business, you don't want to mix your personal and business together. You want to keep them separate so people can see this is your creative side and then this is your chill, who you are side, right? Facebook, I do have 3 pages on Facebook. I have my personal Mone page, which is my original page that I ever started with on Facebook. That is people who I went to school with, I have on there. People who I work with, me, just talking about who I am as a mom, and just my everyday, you know, Mone, I remember her, you know, they're my regular home page, if you will. But I did create a creator page. It was a modeling page when I was like considering myself to try to do this whole modeling thing years ago. It was a modeling page, and then I turned it into my creative Mone's Curvy Closet. It still says Mone the Mogul on there. I have been trying to find a way to change it. Everything else is Mone's Curvy Closet, but for some reason, Facebook is being a hater and not allowing me to change my name on there. I don't know why. But on Facebook, which I do link it down below, it says Mone the Mogul, but it's really my Mone's Curvy Closet page. But on there, you can see, again, my content of me as a creator, as, you know, just a woman of size, and my confidence and things that I do in my videos and stuff like that. You can see on that page. Get you a separate page other than your personal page. Get you a business creator page so that people can see the work that you do, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, next step is to get a business email, okay? So that's why I always give you guys my Mone's Curvy Closet at gmail.com, because I want to start getting, well, not start, but I already have started to push, you know, people to that email, because I do have a personal cgreenwich@ymail.com email. That is my main email. That's where I get everything. But I wanted to learn to separate the two. So I created that email for all of my business stuff with my LLC. And I recommend it. I recommend because that way you can know, okay, this is under this email, this is under that email. You don't have to, you know, go through what is what. It's just, like I said earlier, it's better to keep everything separated, okay? So get you a business email. It's not hard. You can get an email in like 5 minutes, okay? Probably not even. So get you a business email if you don't already have one. Now, this step I did not mention, and I don't know why, because this is very important, but it just came into my mind when I was talking about the email. You need a website. Get you a website, okay? Listen, now, I was that girl who had that free website back then. It was bigcartel.com or something like that. I am sure a lot of y'all know what Big Cartel is. That's a free website, but it's not, if you want a professional looking website or you want people to take you serious, you're gonna have to invest. You're gonna have to invest, and that means you're gonna have to pay for a website. I started off using that and I was like, it was so generic. It was so, and then I started seeing people using it and it was just like the layout was so generic. You can tell it was just someone who was just starting. And it just I didn't like it. And I said, listen, Simone, if you want to do this, you're going to have to pay for a website. You have to. And so I did my research and I used GoDaddy. And GoDaddy, I think I paid $35 or $36 a month. It's very inexpensive. And I created, if you guys go on my website now, it's a little bare because I don't have all the clothes and stuff that I normally have on there. But if you go on there, it's not a like professional, oh my god, like a professional not editor but digital marketing person did it. No, but it's very cute. It's very cute. You don't, I believe you don't get the, oh, she must ain't got no coins to pay for a real one vibes. I don't think you get that over there. It's really cute. It's really nice. You build it yourself. Everything that I did on that website, I built myself. And the one thing that I also like is with Big Cartel, they had their stamp on there. When you go down, if you look at the small print, it said Big Cartel. But on my website, I put you, it's not somebody else's, it's me. It says Mone or whatever it says at the bottom. Anyway, but it says my name. And so it's just like, it just, to me, it shows ownership. This is mine. I paid for it. And you can create it any kind of way. They walk you step by step on how to create it. Let me tell you something. I didn't know anything about how to do any of this 2 years ago. I didn't know nothing about editing. I didn't know nothing about a camera. If you guys see the quality of camera that I had when I first started to now, I didn't know anything about this stuff. Nothing. I didn't know nothing, okay? I had to watch many YouTube videos. I had to do a lot of research on how to do these things, okay? And so I'm saying all that to say, GoDaddy was very, very helpful in explaining how to do everything from the font to where to put things to, I'm telling you, it was easy. For someone who does not have zero experience in doing this stuff, it was very easy. And I was so proud of myself. And I thought about paying somebody to do a website. I thought about paying somebody to do my editing, but I was like, Simone, it's gonna get costly and you don't have no money right now. It's gonna get costly for you to pay somebody to do these things. You just gotta buckle down and research and learn how to do it yourself. And so I highly recommend GoDaddy. It's very inexpensive, $36 a month. You do have different packaging, I believe. You have different packages you can choose from. And I don't know which package I chose, but it's pretty much whenever I need help, they're 24 hours. I maybe had to call them maybe a handful of times, and maybe even on a handful of times, maybe 2 or 3 times I had to call them for some technical support. But other than that, it's great. I love it and I highly recommend it. So get you a professional looking website. When I say professional looking, I'm not saying go hire somebody, pay hundreds of dollars. What I'm saying is don't get them rinky-dink free websites, okay? It may be some out there that are free that look good, but at some point you may have to pay for it. It may just be a trial. I don't know. And then there may be some where you don't. Like, it's just free all around. But what I'm saying is, if you believe in your craft and what you're trying to do, you're going to have to invest some money into what you're doing, girl. Don't think that you're going to ride free on the whole thing the whole time, okay? Get you a website, get you a legit website, and do your research. Okay, so the next step is getting you it's called Intuit, which I'm going to put here on the screen. Is it Intuit or Intuit? I don't know. I may be making a fool of myself right now, but it's that, okay? It's QuickBooks pretty much. And so that is also through TurboTax. So this is a great tool, and I also do pay a monthly subscription for that as well, but it's a great tool to keep track. It's a QuickBooks. It's a bookkeeper of your finances, of your business. So you pretty much link your bank accounts or anything that you spend money on for your business. So I have my bank account with Chase, and which is my business bank account with Chase, and my PayPal account. I have those linked into QuickBooks, and it just calculates for me what I've spent, what my income has been, what I've been taking out, what my my ratio of I can't think of the two words, but you know what I mean. How much you're making versus how much you're spending. I can't think of the names right now. But it's just, and so you can take that information when it comes down to filing taxes. You can take that information if you have an accountant or whatever have you, or even in TurboTax, they can see and implement that stuff into your taxes that you're going to file for your LLC. So it's a great tool let me see. I think I pay, let me look in my email. Okay, so I looked it up in my email. I pay $26.65 a month for a subscription to QuickBooks. So I feel like I have not used it yet because I think I just signed up for it earlier this year. And so next year when it's time to file taxes, I'm going to be using it. But I mean, I feel like it's a great way to keep your receipts. And speaking of receipts, like digital receipts of things that you're spending at the stores and stuff. So like I said, it pulls, whatever transactions that I'm making from my business account with Chase and my account through PayPal. It calculates all that stuff for me. And if I had an accountant, I would just, here you go. This is my stuff for the last 365 days. Work that out, right? But receipts. So another thing that I do that you may want to do is keep any receipts that you buy at the store. So I have in my little file, not cabinet, but like I have a little file folder. And whenever I go to the store, I pretty much buy a lot of stuff online. But if I'm in the store, like I don't buy things from Target or Walmart online because I have them right up the street. And I just would think it's crazy. So I will buy them in store, and I keep those receipts. When I sell my clothes that I don't use for my hauls, and I ship them off or whatever, I do the transaction. Like the people will send me the money through PayPal, send them an invoice, they'll send me the money through PayPal, and then I will then of course I'll go and ship it off, but I'll keep that receipt of all the things that I've shipped off through that year due to me selling clothes for my business. So I keep all that. So my best advice is whatever you are spending, whatever you are receiving for your business, make sure you keep tally of that. Make sure you keep all receipts that you can. If you donate, write-offs. So there's a lot of things that you can write off. And again, I am not a professional. Let me say this. I am not a professional in this. These are things that I have learned along the way in the last couple years. So I'm not a professional. If you have questions, you can ask me. But I'm not a professional. I'm just telling you what I've learned. Write-offs. There's a lot of things that you can write off, right? So when I filed my taxes last year or the year before that, when I bought like my new camera that I have, it's not new anymore, but when I bought this camera, when I bought the chair that I use to edit and I use for my business, I have an office chair. The the programming that I use, the editing software that I use when I had to fix my computer, anything that has to do with your business that you use, whatever that is to help grow. Okay, example, let's say you're flying. Let's say you are going somewhere on a business trip, and for whatever reason, that company or whatever didn't cover your flight and you pay for your flight. That's a business trip. You write that off. Keep that receipt and you write that off as this is a business trip. I went here for my business, and write that off. So anything that is specifically dealing with your business, is tied to your business in any kind of way, you can write off, keep those receipts. I wrote off a lot of stuff that I didn't realize I could. I'm like, dang, I did use that for my business. I did use that for my business. Man, I didn't even realize I can do all that. Because also, like I said, when you are filing your taxes, for your LLC, it does give you that section of things that you have spent for your business that year. And I wrote all that stuff off. So that's why they always say, I used to always wonder why people say, oh, you can write that off on your taxes. You can write that. And it was always to entrepreneurs or whatever. You can write that on your write that off on your taxes. You can. I'm always like, what does that mean? Because, you know, I'm always a person who had a 9-to-5 job, right? So I didn't have to worry about write-offs and stuff. I mean, I guess you could, or you can. Like they say, if you donate clothes, you can get like a you know, little ticket or whatever. You can write that off. I don't know, but I never did that. I would just donate the clothes and just let it be. So, but now me having my own business and me trying to be an up-and-coming entrepreneur, like I pay attention to a lot of that stuff. And yeah, anything that's tied to your business, girl, write that off. So I'm just saying, just saying, girl. Okay, and so for the last and final tip that I have is I utilize this website called Linktree. And some of you guys probably have heard of that, but I pay $6 a month. Oh, before I get into that, here's another thing, what I personally do. This is why you keep things separate, and also you keep your money separate, because you can spend your money for your business over here and not affecting any money over here that you have for your personal life, right? So anything that I pay for my business, that's my websites, my monthly subscriptions, you know, whatever that is dedicated for my website and for my business, it comes out of my account. My subscriptions, all that good stuff comes out the business account. I don't have to worry about it, and it's not affecting my personal money, right? So I'm just saying, you can, if you want to do it like that, you can. If you don't, I'm just throwing it out there. But Linktree, so I have had Linktree, I want to say maybe about a good year now. I pay $6 a month for the subscription. And pretty much Linktree is pretty much what it sounds like. It is a link to all of your platforms. And I think it's great. I think it's worth it for the money that it is, because for me, I like to see where I can see all of their information in one. I don't have to figure out, oh, do you have this too? Oh, do you have this too? It's so great when I can go to somebody's platform and click a link and it shows me, and it shows me everything that they're involved in. And it also lets me know, oh, I didn't know you had this too. Oh, I got a Pinterest. Let me follow you on Pinterest or whatever. I have a Pinterest. I don't even use it at all. I don't even know how that thing works, really. I mean, I do, but I'm not a Pinterest person by far. But I'm just giving an example to say that it's great to see all of the things that a person who you may like to follow and support, see the type of things that they're involved in and the different mini platforms that they have. And so Linktree allows you to link everything that you have. So on my Linktree, which I guess I can start linking my Linktree in the description box down below, but my Linktree link is in my bio on my Instagram. And if you click on there, you'll see both of my YouTube pages. You will see my Facebooks, I believe. You will see my Cash App if you want to, you know, donate to me in support. And I think it's some other stuff. Hold on. Actually, why don't I just go look at it now? All right, I wish I can like screen record or whatever they say, screenshot and show you as I'm looking, but I don't have an iPhone, okay? I am not a part of the iPhone community. I don't want to be. I'm an Android girl, so whatever. But let's go and see. what it look like. Okay, so my Linktree is Linktree slash Mone's Curvy Closet. So if I click on there, okay, you see how pretty it looks? Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, boom, there we go. So this is what my Linktree looks like. Okay, so the first one, okay, so it has my vlog channel is the first tab, my main channel is the second tab, and then my website is the third tab. Okay, so you guys see that. Okay, so as you guys can see, so the first one is my vlog tab, the second one is my YouTube main channel, which is this channel, and then the third link is my Mone's Curvy Closet website. Now at the bottom, hopefully you guys can see, is my different links to, I have my Facebook, my Instagram, and my email, my Snapchat, and my PayPal. So it's all in one. So however way you want to follow me, however way you want to support me, all the links are right in there. It's kind of blurry, but I guess I can send you guys, get a screenshot there, and I'll post it here so you guys can really see. But I think it's great for $6, and then you can create, like I created that whole background and stuff like that. Well, I didn't create, because actually I think that's a background from a picture I have. But anyway, you can create how you want your Linktree to look, and then you know, you just click on the link and it'll pop up whatever. So for instance, if I click on this first link to my vlog channel, I click on it, I just clicked on it, see, and it pops up my vlog channel. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So see, it pull up my vlog channel. That is my vlog channel. I do a lot of grocery hauls and stuff like that on that channel, so if you're interested. But it pops up that, okay? And then if I go back and I click on my YouTube channel, it's gonna pop up my YouTube channel. Boom, who is that girl right there? She is so pretty. It's a little blurry, but whatever. And then if I go back, oop. And I click on the last tab, which is my, boom, that is my website. Focus, 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 focus. Oh my God, I can't stand this. Ugh. Anyway, that's my website. You can't even see, oh Jesus. Ooh, look at that girl, look at that shoulder. Ooh, she got a slag going on. No, she don't. She thinks she is, ooh. Okay, it's real bright. I'm sorry, and it's real blurry. I'm sorry, y'all. This stupid camera. But yeah, so that is on my website. And then, of course, like I said, at the bottom of it, it has the different links to my Cash App, my Instagram, and all that good stuff. So I think this is really cool. I really think this is cool to use. And again, it just gives people the option how they want to reach you, and all that good stuff. So I recommend it. It's only $6, y'all. $6. I'm just saying. Anyway, I hope you guys really like this video. I hope you guys appreciate this video. Let me know, comment down below, let me know what you guys think. If you learned something from this, if there's something that you can teach me that I can learn, because again, I am not a professional. I never claim to be. I only teach people, not even teach, because I'm not a teacher, but I just let people know what I've learned, and I share it with you. And if there's things that you want to share with me that you have learned, please let me know within this business of content creating, because I am all down for it. My camera is about to die because of the batteries. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys come back for another video. Bye.